Hello and welcome everybody. I am doing a tarot reading today for Virgos, and this is for the month of March 2016. Very powerful month from everything I've seen so far. This is kind of new for me, so I'm sure that there will be some shifting around in the way I do this, but I can feel the energy coming through for this sharing, so I wanted to go ahead and get it out there. So for you Virgos, I'm doing two different card decks here together actually. So I laid them out separately and I'm going to read them together. I'm going to start out with an overall feel for the month, and then each week will have its own signature energies for the first and the second part of the week. So this is really kind of neat. Just getting used to it. It's brand new to me. It was just shown to me yesterday, and I did my first 5 videos. So we are with you now, Virgo, and it begins with the energy of the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups to me feels like a gallant, youthful, loving presence coming in, just really carried by strong, pleasant emotion, with some vigor and joy and excitement for the future. Very loving, very gallant. It's really a beautiful card. So that's your Knight of Cups, and that goes along with this card from the second deck, and I'll tell you about these decks in just a second. And I love this card. This card is one of the most important cards to me. And this is the Star card. And let's see, that is number 17. And she's the goddess embodied, bringing heaven to earth. And she's in the state of becoming that goddess embodied. And she's working it. She's really doing the absolute best she can, and she's doing a great job. And she's connecting with the fullness of who she is. So this is a really beautiful card. This would make a total yes if you had a question about the month, and with lots of power of the goddess behind it. So that's huge. We've got a young, very virile, youthful, loving, decent human being, with a lot of hope and gusto for living every day, just in the now. This beautiful Knight of Cups along with the Star. So this is the energy that is going over this whole month, and that's awesome. That's incredible. So let's go ahead and get started with the energy of the first part of the first week, which is what we're in right now. Today's March 3rd. I didn't know I was going to do this until yesterday, so here we are anyway. So this first week is, wow, it's the 13 in the Higher Arcana. It is called Death. And when I see this, I see spirit-guided transformation, the releasing of the old, embracing the darkness of what that is and allowing it to leave and transforming it by becoming it, and literally just allowing it to dissipate into the love that you are. And you can see that happens in the halo. Those are some gorgeous colors in that halo that is overlit by the divine in a major way. So, wow, beautiful card for the first time, and it might not feel great. You know, this could feel difficult depending on how you're able to look at it, whether you're able to perceive it in a for what it really is, you know, in the energetic sense. It's the transformational period, and the things that you're seeing are old facets that are asking to be released and let go. And sometimes our ego doesn't want to let go of that, and so it has to become a little bit more in your face and a little bit more painful. for you to say, okay, fine, I give up, and I get it, thank you, kind of thing. But if you can see that in the beginning, that's very helpful. 13 is definitely a number of huge transformation. The Mayan calendar, I think, flipped over or started at 13.000000. 13, major transformational number. So that starts out the month of March for you, Virgo. And the second part of that week, this coming up here, is the Queen of Swords. And this is a feminine energy, a really strong feminine energy, one who really knows her own thoughts, which is wonderful because, when you know what to choose with all of the thoughts that are coming through and coming at you each day, when you decide what it is that you're going to own and what you're going to play with and what you're going to infuse your day with, it's food. You literally are living what you choose to decide is true or not, and how you even want to see all of that. You're doing that anyway. So this is really the card of the a feminine instinct that has gotten to the point where she knows, that most of what she chooses is pretty damn good, and she's not afraid to say so. That sword right there, she can get a little bit in your face sometimes. I think people might think that this looks like me. She can be a little sassy sometimes, but she is overlit by the divine feminine. Look at all those roses. That is a really powerful Sisterhood of the Rose card. Someone who knows their own mind. This is transformation, then knowing your own mind. Transformation really assists in getting to this, This getting to know yourself comes through the releasing of things that no longer serve you and that, have been such a habitual life experience that it was hard not to buy into it. So very powerful first week. Transformation and owning your own mind in that divine feminine way, which is really bringing it into the center and the core of who you are, and then allowing that to emanate from you clearly. So the second week starts out with, I love this card, just love this card. This is the Three of Cups. This is the divine feminine coming together to celebrate. This is celebration. This is a powerful celebration. These women are, they are the ones who have claimed their joy, their glory, their divinity, their childlike nature of play and dancing, and so that's the beginning of the second week for you, Virgo, and then goes into an Eight of Wands, and this Eight of Wands, not even sure what this one is. I'm not used to this deck, and it's not ringing a bell, so let me see, what is this telling me? So 8 is infinite. Wands are transformation. They're also passion. So wow, we've got some, looks like some passionate energetics that keep coming back around. I'm thinking of the infinity sign and the passion with this, and the passion with the wands by themselves. So you've got this at the first part of the second week is this joy, and then this is great passion about going out and doing something. This is about really making something happen, and the passion about making it happen, and really wanting, feeling everything in your body say, okay, let's move forward, let's make it happen. And if you're in your higher energetics, you're going to know that what is supposed to happen will align for you, as long as you stay, in your high vibe part of the tribe. All right, so third week of your month of March, Virgo, is the Queen of Swords. Again, yet again in here. So both of these decks showed this card. So at the beginning of the third week of March, it's going to start out with more of that energy that it ended up in the first week. So she's coming back around because she's pretty strong. You know, this is the woman who knows her own mind. This is a slightly different reading because the card is different and it does give a different feel. This one, this mama, she's all about clarity. She's about clearing up the clouds by going into the quiet spaces and listening within, and actually assisting others by doing that. It is her delight. It is her joy, actually, to find the answers within the oneness and be able to share with the world and in her clarity. So she is the beginning of the third week. Second time we've got the Queen of Swords showing up. And then so that third week, the second half of that is showing itself as the 8. Again, another 8. The 8 of Pentacles. So we've got, this is another one that's so different than I'm used to seeing. The 8 of Pentacles. This looks like hard work. This looks like almost, you know, chiseling your name into the money, or, you know, really kind of working hard at making the money, at creating abundance. That's it. Infinite abundance, because we're in 8 again. So this is working hard to create the infinite abundance, starting out with knowing your own mind and then creating infinite abundance. So those are the energies that you're going to be working with in the third week. And beginning of the fourth week of March, we've got the 7 of Cups. So this 7 of Cups here is all about choices. This is like telling you that the doors have been slung open, like all around the room, and there are pathways out with each one of them. Each one of them offers you something unique. And what you're going to be tasked with here is really opening up your mind and deciding how you want to play that. Lots of choices. So you could go out, you know, and just kind of peek out one door and look around and turn around and see this is all tropical and gorgeous looking. So you might actually walk out into that one for a little while. But hey, you've got, you know, 5 others back here. You haven't seen it all. And should you come back in and go spend time in each one of those and then go back out, and will they even be there if you've gone in and come out? Crazy, wild stuff. But you know, this is showing this beautiful young girl setting butterflies out into all of that. So that's all transformation. That's the transformative energies she's sending up into all of this. So she's not waiting for all of that to tell her what's going to happen. She's actually, because it's the same color as her dress, so it's of herself that she sends this transformation out. So when she walks out into any of those, it's going to match the energy that she is. So it can't be a bad thing, not if she knows who she is and she's in that high vibe, part of herself. Otherwise, it could get a little harrowing, for sure. So that's the beginning of the last week in March for you, Virgo, and the end of the last week in March for you. And this is a card that has shown up in almost every single one of the readings, including a few other readings I did yesterday. And this is the 8. I love this. The 8 of Wands. And the very first time I ever read this in public, I think I did, I was on tour with the OPPT, the One People, and I did a reading, and this was at the beginning of the reading, and every time I think of it, it just packs this punch with power. This is the king who's bringing his troops home from battle, and he is, as you can see, completely healthy, happy, whole. None of the wands have been battered. Nobody looks like a horse is happy and healthy. It looks like they didn't fight at all. Maybe they solved their problem in a completely other way. And he's coming back. This was what this meant then, was this is a king returning from battle, victorious, and understanding that is the last time he'll ever have to go back into battle again, because it was never necessary, and he's finally figured that out. So he's found another way of solving problems, solving what seemed to be problems. And that's the energy that is shoring up the last part of March for you, beginning with all of these potentials. And depending on what you do with those, if you transform them with your own energies, or if you walk into pre-made stuff and see what happens, but it could be fun either way. So, wow, with the beginning of, all of this with love, this young, beautiful love, and God, the goddess energy, this beautiful goddess star emanation, overlighting the whole month, and such transformation, and owning yourself and owning your thoughts, and taking up your staff and moving into your world, creating. These 2 8s are right next to each other, and they shore up both the second and third week at the end of each of those weeks. So basically you're getting incredible inspiration, you're getting real amazing insights, you're able to integrate it, and you're able to move it forward. So it looks like a lot of movement. Then you're going to have all of these opportunities, and if you look at those in a really healthy way, you're gonna be coming back from battle. It's like you're done, and everybody is standing at the side going, yay, you did it. Welcome home, yay. The feasts are ready. That's what this card stands for, infinitely. This is the infinite victory. Whoa. That's just crazy, beautiful, powerful. And honestly, I'm not even sure why I'm doing separate readings for each of these signs, because honestly, it's almost the same for everyone. Many times the exact same cards are showing up in the exact same places with 2 completely different decks. So anyway, beautiful, incredible, powerful reading. I really hope that you got what you needed from that. I know that that this was a blessed and divinely guided reading. So those of you who are watching this, those of you Virgos and anybody else watching this, will be blessed by the energies. And I hope this helps you and inspires you as you move through this incredible month. And I know there's so many alignments. There's so much information on that. I wanted these readings to kind of stand on their own. But what a month. And I can feel the energy of it right now just welling up, just like these readings are saying. So bless you. And I'll maybe see you next month. Take care.